Hello, it's me, Adam, and I am here to give you the highlights version of our PS5 unboxing. So hopefully this is going to be a little bit shorter and a little more palatable for those of you who don't want to sit through me just doing random stuff for a really long time. So hopefully this will be a little more enjoyable, and well, since we're trying to keep this short, let's get right to it. As you all know, we are, as you can probably tell by the title, we have located a PS5. I know these are almost impossible to come by. And as with everything, with me at least, there is a story behind everything. So before we begin, I would just like to give out a special thanks to one of the members of the Middle Age Gaming 2020 team, and that is going to be Bella. So you guys all know that there's Korean and myself. We know that there are at least 2 members of the team. Well, there is actually a 3rd member of the team who is not currently on the show when we speak, but she is the one who does most of our video editing. So if you ever see like our live streams will be a long video, and then later on we'll cut them down into smaller bite-sized portions that you'll see on the channel, on the YouTube channel. Bella's the one responsible for those. So Bella's a member of the team, and she found this PS5. It's kind of a long story, but basically she knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy who owned an electronics store of some kind. And so somehow down the chain, I don't know how she managed to pull it off, but she got us a PS5. So thank you so much, Bella, for being able to get this for us. And I say us, not just me. I'm going to be the one who is going to be living at my house. You know, I was the one that paid for it. But this is the Middle Age Gaming official PS5, not the Adam Gray official PS5. So, all right. So first of all, we come in this very nice little bag here. By little, I mean quite large. And there it is, a PS5. It is the disced version, not the discless version, which is good because that leaves my options open for things like Christmas and whatnot. I can put games on my Christmas list and my wife can buy me the discs as opposed to having to get them digitally, which would be almost impossible because then I'd be able to figure out what it was because she'd have to log into my PSN. And hopefully, we have some cats running around here. Hopefully they're not going to be knocking over stuff real quick. So, but I wanted the cats in here because everybody always, when they do size comparisons, everyone says the PS5 is huge. So, of course, the standard for size comparisons is a banana. I do not have a banana, so I will be comparing it to cats because that is what I have in abundance. We have 4 different cats. So, if you guys do have any questions, uh-oh, somebody's gonna get in front of the camera here. Oh, there we go, right there, there's some legs. Alright, let's get her down. Oh! Okay, we have our DualSense 5 now. Alright, and as everyone has said, if you've been watching the reviews, you know people are going to say, oh, you know what, I always thought it was white. It's not actually white, it's more of a grayish color. And they are right, it is kind of a gray, it is a very light gray. I guess the best comparison would be if you were watching an old TV show, like say I Love Lucy or something like that, and somebody held up an egg, and you know eggs are supposed to be white, but in this old black and white it would be like an extremely light gray. It is a very light gray. Hopefully we can get a good picture here. For comparison, I brought us a sheet of white paper. So we're going to hold it up here, and you can, I don't know if you can see it. For me it's a little bit obvious, maybe you can't see it so easily. I'll take a picture of it later and post that. But it is slightly off the white color. Last night we were having some trouble getting it out because we don't want to hurt it. So this might be a 2-person job, but my wife is out currently. There we go. So I'm having to do this on my own, so I'm being super cautious. And I know that this is probably a really stupid thing to do with cats around the house because they will be knocking things over. That's why the PS5 has a cage. But we're just going to have to risk it here because otherwise I have to send the cats outside. And you can see already that they're trying to get into the box. Alright, so we're gonna seal this box. And we are going to move this off to the corner here because they are less likely to mess with boxes in the corner than they are with boxes in the middle of the room. So, here it is. One side off. One side off. Alright, and unwrap this bad boy. Or bad girl, I don't know. Ooh, and you can already tell it's a little bit pretty. Alright, here we go. Unwrap, unwrap, unwrap. All that wrapping. It is the same kind of not quite white color as the... There we go. So, anyway, this is the front of the PS5, which is kind of an interesting thing now that I think about it, because in horizontal mode, it would sit like this. Oh, sorry. It would sit like this. So this logo would be on the top. However, if it sits in vertical mode, now I guess if it's facing you, it's not a big deal, but for me, obviously, it's going to be facing sideways. And so because of that, mine's actually going to face this way. So we're going to see the logo here, but the disc tray is actually going to be on the back side of the PS5 rather than on the front side, which I don't think is going to be too much an issue because I don't have too many disc games, and when I do use my discs, I typically don't swap them out regularly. This is how we get the PS5 in there. Now, this was my model PS5. Height-wise, it seems to stack up pretty closely. Let's see how it does in this regard. You know what? This is actually pretty accurate. Alright, so the dimensions that they mentioned online were actually quite accurate. This is pretty much exactly the size of a PS5, so that's perfect. Great. So now begins the long and arduous process of installing this thing. I'm going to move this out. Okay. Okay, so let's get this boy in there. Slide it right in. Put all this back now. Slowly, 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 slowly. That fits perfectly. Excellent. I have about maybe a centimeter or so clearance on top. But that was perfect. Okay, so yeah, that is... I'm very proud of myself that worked out as well as it did. So here's the power cord. Uh-oh, power cord's looking a little bit short, but the HDMI cable should be fine. So slide this in here, scrape that over there for now. Power cable. I did it backwards, so sorry. Alright, there's the power cable. So this is going to leave us with the Ethernet cable. This is always the fun part. This is the part where I have to move the entire TV. Okay. Now, is that going to give me enough room to work back there? Oh my gosh, it looks so bad. I'm so glad you guys can't see this. Alright, let's go. Oh. Okay, let's see. This is the PS3's Ethernet cable. Wow, this is longer than I thought. Now is the time to finally test the PS5. Ah, okay, is this a button? Okay, this is cool. I didn't know this. There seems to be this button here. Now this button seems to have a light. It seems to be like it's going to light up, and that's going to tell me when it's not lit up, because the symbol below it is actually the mute symbol. So I think if it's not lit up, it's actually live, and if you click it, it's going to light up, and then it's going to actually tell you you're muted. So the default is on, not off, which is interesting. Okay, now let's press this is no longer a button, it's a symbol. Oh, look at that! It lights up! Pumps charge. That's cool. But it didn't stay charged. So I have a feeling that this is telling me that it is not connected to the PS5. Come on, we're so close. Dun, 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 dun. Didn't do anything. Is there an on button? There is. There we go. Okay, so it's telling me to plug it in. I have it plugged into the back. Maybe it wants me to plug it into the front. We're gonna see if the back's okay. Yes, it is. Great. And as you can see, now this is an Asian PS5, and this is significant because on the PS4, by default, select to a circle, cancel is X. Okay. This is common in Asia. In the US, X is select, circle is cancel. Now with the PS5, that's going to be standard. So now you can see down here, X is select. So this is for me something I'm going to have to get used to because this is not the way I'm used to it because I do play on an Asian system. Installing the update file. Neighbor's kid. Now I'll be honest, this is 70-inch 4K TV, and I know this is just the UI, but I'm not noticing a huge difference in resolution. Alright, here we go. Updating the wireless controller. Alright, well, what it wants me to do, it wants me to sign in with my email address and my password, so I'm going to block you guys off real quick. Sorry! So that I can do that. Alright, so I'm going to enter my credentials. There you go. Does it have, it doesn't really describe what these are. Friend focused, solo and focused, I guess social and open. If you guys want to look me up, you know, feel free to look me up. Require a passcode for making purchases. Okay, now I'm not a parent, and I'm the only one that uses it here. My wife doesn't use the PS5, and if she did, you know what, go ahead, use my system. Just don't save over my saves. Okay, choose media apps to watch, video, or listen to music while your games continue to download in the background. Fantastic! And here we are. That was simple, right? I have no idea how long this stream was. Was this an hour? This is probably an hour. Yay! This is the... Nothing here. I have games. What are you talking about? So thank you all for coming. And look forward to seeing you guys on our Tuesday, your Monday evening, our Tuesday morning, for the regular stream of the show. So please go ahead and sign on. Watch us. We are currently on Twitch. We're hopefully going to be able to also be streaming simultaneously to Facebook and YouTube soon. However, currently we are only on Twitch. So if you want to catch us live and ask some questions, we'll be able to answer your stuff right then and there. Go ahead and do that on your Monday night if you're in the States. If you're here in Taiwan, it's going to be your Tuesday morning. And also, listen to the podcast anywhere you can hear it. So, you know, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Play Store, all those places you can listen to our podcast. So, and feel free to send us comments anywhere you want. You can also check out our email. Send us an email if you have any questions about the PS5. I would be more than happy to do a second follow-up video talking to you guys about, you know, all these things. So if you have any sort of questions, go ahead and ask. I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. So thanks for watching. See you again soon.